before we get into that, before we talk about Comic-Con, before we get into some gameplay, we're playing some Steam Next Fest demos, a lot of new up-and-coming games we're going to be trying out. Before we get into all that, I think it's only important that we get into, of course, the last week in gaming. Guys, we made it. We finally did it. A deal so long in the making it makes Duke Nukem Forever look like a Pokemon game. The Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal has gone through. Hooray, capitalism. Now we can finally stop talking about this fucking deal. After this segment, I still need the clicks, guys. The Microsoft CEO and soon-to-be Willy Wonka with weapons, Phil Spencer, released a message to existing player base saying, whether you play on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, or mobile, you are welcome, even if Xbox isn't where your favorite franchise is. Interesting term. So that includes Starfield, right, Phil? Right? Of course, this means changes for the employees of Activision Blizzard, and to put their minds at ease, cognizant meat puppet Bobby Kotick brought out former late-night talk show host and flash mob, the human being James Corden, into an all-hands meeting. Now, allegedly, Bobby Kotick thought his employees would be excited for a celebrity appearance, but honestly, I think people were just dumbfounded, mainly because they assumed the next celebrity to interact with Bobby would be Chris Hansen. Now, during the meeting, Corden asked Bobby Kotick here how Activision Blizzard will keep its culture, to which he responded, magic. Granted, this is less like the Disney World magic, more like Chris Angel magic. I mean, what a shitty response, right? We're going to go keep our positive company culture through magic because, much like magic, it doesn't exist. Now, you could try a new culture, a different culture. Lord knows Blizzard Activision needs it. Like the Na'vi. That's a culture you could use. Just a bunch of developers running around in the forest in blue tiger spandex, remaking the same Call of Duty game over and over again. Now, as a side note, I got to say, apparently I've been pronouncing Bobby Kotick's name incorrectly. It's not Kotick. I will try to correct myself moving forward here. After the sale, it was revealed that Bobby Asshat will stay on until the end of the year to help with the transition, which is why I think it's important I introduce this. The Kotick Countdown. That's right, folks, the Kotick Countdown. I can't think of anything more beautiful, more fantastic, more splendiference. See the hands rising from the ground, all hands coming together, praying, hoping, excited for the day Kotick is no longer in our lives. Granted, he's going to get a golden parachute big enough to block out the sun, but we should still take our victories when we can get them. Now, the next question on everyone's mind after will the office be safe enough for people to exist again is when newly acquired games will hit Game Pass. We're talking, who knows, World of Warcraft, the Call of Duties, all that kind of stuff. Well, unfortunately, Microsoft is saying not this year. Hell, look, there's a current deal in place right now that says Call of Duty can't be on Game Pass till 2025, which is crazy. I mean, there'll be like 8 more Call of Duties by then. Meanwhile, Ubisoft's We Have Call of Duty at Home, XDefiant, has been delayed indefinitely. The developer cited regular inconsistencies with the gameplay experience that needed to be addressed. For those who are unaware, XDefiant is a 6-on-6 arena shooter featuring the immensely memorable characters of the Tom Clancy series like, I don't know, Evil SWAT Team, Hackers Reboot, Splinter Cell guy. Is that not Tom Clancy? I've kind of always just assumed that was Tom Clancy. Of course, with all the Microsoft news going on, it's hard to remember that we started this week with the scourge of the gaming industry and Dave Foley's Waluigi, John Riccitello, resigning from his role as president, chairman, CEO, and ruler of Unity's Ninth Circle of Hell. This, of course, comes after the very unpopular runtime fee decision, and even more shortly after my apology letter video. So, you're welcome. The date for the 10th Annual Game Awards was announced on the official X account, not X as in former account, but X as in the Twitter. Fucking Musk. On the official social account as December 7th, live from the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles. So, of course, expect some huge musical performances, a celebrity who's unsure what a video game is, and at least one little shit to rush the stage mentioning Bill Clinton. Daedalic Entertainment, the developer behind Lord of the Rings Gollum game no one asked for, has had allegations reported against them about uncompensated overtime, paying staff below minimum wage, and a toxic work environment. Now, Daedalic has, in fact, denied the allegations, but there does seem to be video proof of these conditions. The long-suspected PS5 Slim was announced for the upcoming 2023 holiday season. In a PlayStation blog post, Sony stated that they created this new PS5 to address the evolving needs of our players, because we haven't needed a console to fit in our media centers until 2023. LEGO gave us the first look at the upcoming Animal Crossing set, featuring Tom Nook, Isabelle, Julian, and many more. It's all the fun of building your Animal Crossing island with none of the guilt when you don't show up for 2 years. Now, dashcam footage of 2 police officers was released showing them ignoring a dispatch on an active robbery to play Pokemon Go. You may remember the story was about, I think, a couple of years back, but the actual footage was released on this. I gotta say, it is, it's absolutely reprehensible. It's awful. It truly is. They fully drove past a Alolan Vulpix to get to target a Jinx, and really that feels just loaded. I honestly debate actually using the original art for Jinx, but this joke was already skirting a line. In what might be the best case towards me renouncing my own Judaism, a UK-based musician figured out how to play a church organ on a modded Game Boy. Check this out. I mean, that's amazing, right? The closest thing my people ever got was an Atari Lynx strapped to an accordion. Now, Nintendo news, this week reports showed the company sold a single Wii U this year. Just one. Which means someone's going to get a real disappointing Christmas present from grandma. Here, I got the Nintendo with the screen you wanted. Previously reported on the Pokemon Van Gogh Museum collaboration and the chaos that ensued over the Pikachu in a tiny felt hat card. Well, thanks to, as the museum calls it, a small group of individuals who created an undesirable situation, they will no longer be providing the unique card. Because I can't think of a more fitting punishment than creating scarcity for the card scalpers are attempting to sell. Excuse me, I had a burp in there somewhere. The box art for Princess Peach Showtime updated Peach's look, giving her a facelift to be more in line with the look of the movie. And of course, it sparked so many debates and rhetoric online, which is honestly part of the sexism problem, because when Mario gets work done, nobody bats an eye. Speaking of Nintendo finally revealed who will be the heir to the Martinet throne. Young up-and-coming voice actor Kevin Afghani. Now, according to IMDb, he has only been in the industry since 2018, so this is obviously a huge opportunity for him. And we wish him well in surviving the inevitable nitpicking of every aspect of his interpretation that the internet will put him through. And that, of course, was the last week in gaming. What news items triggered you guys, got you guys excited? Go ahead and sound off in the chat. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come right back, we're going to get into all the New York Comic Con goodness.